Hi, I'm Angelo Batio, and what I want to show you is how to use tapped extensions on arpeggios. So I've shown you this arpeggio shape, the A minor. But what I do when I play it, I don't just use that arpeggio shape all the time like this. I don't just play the arpeggio up and down. What I like to do is I like to add what I call an extension. And so when you play the arpeggio, you go all the way up to the high A. Then what I do is I tap on the 20th fret using, now when I tap, there's a lot of different schools of thought on this. The Van Halen school where you move your pick to here. I prefer not to do that, but that doesn't mean he's not fantastic. But what I do is I use my second finger. So when I tap, I go like this. So when I play this, I play the arpeggio like normal. So it's a down pick hammer, then a down, 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 down. But then when I go to the A, hammer onto the A. Then I tap and I pull off, pull off. So it's hammer, tap, pull off, pull off. One of the things you have to be concerned about when you play this is that when you're using the shape, you have to get your pick out of the way and get your finger in there. So how do you do that? What I found is that I don't always use this arpeggio shape and pick it down. I actually kind of move like this. And I kind of move the pick towards the note that I want to tap. So when I'm playing like, so I'm kind of directing, it's not a severe angle, but I'm kind of directing it in that direction. I'm kind of pointing it in that direction. And then and I also find that I have no problem using a pick over the fretboard to play. Because that allows me a lot less room to move. In other words, I can be faster by not having to play here and then doing that quick tap. Now I can apply the same idea to virtually every arpeggio. So let's apply it to the other arpeggio shape that I showed you with 5 strings. So we go like this. When I came up in the LA scene, and I'm playing, in a local band, and, down the streets, Paul Gilbert and then Tony McAlpine and all these great players that came up, all of us in the same generation. We used to do one kind of sweep extension, and I kind of named it the MI sweep. And what you do is instead of just going, what we used to do is go like this. We used to use the note before, slide to the note you want to play, and back down again. And so it has a really cool sound. I'll play it for you slow then fast. That's it. So, and we used to call it the MI sweep. It's just a variation on these arpeggio shapes. So I thought I would throw that in because, again, you want to make it sound good, and sometimes the arpeggio lends itself to that. Sometimes the song that I wanted to play, and if I wanted to use an arpeggio shape, I would add that in just for an extra bit of color, just for extra little nuance to make it sound cool. Yeah, you could start on the note before, you could move it up a whole step, for example. Now we can apply the same tapped extension note to any arpeggio. So let's do it with the major shapes. So we have A major. And when I tap this, Now we can also use this extension on another variation of an A major arpeggio, and it's this shape here. And again, I don't have any problem playing these arpeggios with my pick over the fretboard because it really doesn't sound that much different. You're really creating, you know, it's not like you're trying to play one note. And also it makes it a lot easier because you want to target, you really want to use your pick to play around the target note you're going to tap because it doesn't make any sense. So what you want to do is play close to where you're going to tap the note. Now we can also do the MI sweep on this major shape, and for those of you who don't know what MI stands for, it's the Musicians Institute in Hollywood, California. And because anybody who's, a lot of us have done, workshops there or just, went there to visit the school and to do concerts, so or seminars, whatever. I've done both. But this MI sweep works really good for this major shape. What I do is, and it gives you that, which is what I like.